Hello Paula, Craft Foods, and all my fellow cooks out there. It's your gluten-free mama bringing you today a yummy gluten-free dessert. Now, typically for someone who needs to be on a gluten-free diet, desserts are usually a no-no. Whenever we go to a restaurant somewhere, there's nothing we can usually get other than ice cream. So I always enjoy being able to bring my daughter desserts that she loves to eat, and so I am bringing you today my Philly Strawberry Cocoa Delight. Now the first step to making my Philly Strawberry Cocoa Delight is to assemble the crust. So we're going to start by adding a cup of coconut, a half cup of almond meal flour. You can find that in your neighborhood grocery store, usually in the organic section. And then make sure you mix it all together. Kind of make sure it's well mixed between the coconut and the flour, and then add your 4 tablespoons butter. And again, you're just going to make sure that you get all of this ingredients nice and moist, and so that you can press it out in the pan evenly. Before you press it out, you're going to go ahead and, while you make your next layer, you're going to go ahead and set this in the refrigerator for the time being while you make your brownies, so that it will firm up and it'll be easier to go ahead and spread out in the pan. So while the ingredients for your crust are in the refrigerator, you're going to go ahead and make your brownies, and you're going to go ahead and use a gluten-free brownie mix by Betty Crocker. And you can find that in your neighborhood grocery store in the bakery aisle. And so, of course, the directions are on the back of the box, but you're going to go ahead and add 2 eggs and a half a stick of butter. I like to go ahead and use a whisk because you don't want to mix up your brownies too smooth of a consistency, but I'm sure you all know how to make box brownies. It saves time and they're delicious, and why not take advantage of them? So now we're going to go ahead and press out our crust into our 9-inch spring foam pan. And while you're pressing out this crust, you want to be mindful of how high you make your crust, because you want to be sure that it's high enough to kind of show a nice pretty layer for your crust, and then so you can see the layer between the brownies and the strawberry cream Philly cream twist that we're going to put in there. And it still just presents so beautifully. So now after you've pressed out your crust, you're going to go ahead and put your brownie mixture inside the spring foam pan and just spread it out evenly. Then you're going to go ahead and put your brownies and your crust in the oven to bake on 350 for 26 minutes. So to make your cream cheese layer, we're going to go ahead and puree a half pound of fresh strawberries in a mixer. And then you're going to go ahead and dissolve 1 1/4 teaspoon of Knox gelatin into 1/4 cup of hot water. Go ahead and make sure that is all dissolved in there so you can get it all working. It tends to clump up pretty quickly, so you want to move really quickly, but just again make sure it's all dissolved in there. Now after you've made sure your gelatin is all dissolved into your hot water, you're going to go ahead and pour that into your strawberry puree. Go ahead and make sure you scrape down the sides to get all the the strawberries that are on top there. And go ahead and give that another blend. And now you're going to go ahead and add your Philadelphia cream cheese. Now after you've added your Philadelphia cream cheese and you scrape down the sides to make sure everything gets all in there, you're going to go ahead and add a half a cup of sugar. Give that a blend one more time. And go ahead one more time, scrape it down, make sure you get every single bit of that yummy goodness in there. All mixed together. Give it one more mix. And now we're ready to pour it over your brownie pie layer. Now let's go ahead and pour that strawberry cream cheese mixture on top of your pie layer. And then we're going to go ahead and set this in the refrigerator to set until you're ready to serve. And here you have my Philly Strawberry Cocoa Delight. So it looks good. Now you can serve this with a little bit of sprinkles of chocolate or just whipped cream, or however you'd like to add a little extra flair to serve to your guests. Well, Paula and Kraft Foods, I'd like to thank you so much for this opportunity. I surely have enjoyed myself, and I really hope that I've encouraged a lot of people out there to try cooking gluten-free so they can cater to all their guests.